Well, we're winding down to New Year's Eve. You may have to give a toast tomorrow. We're kind of getting you geared up in case you stand up before your group you're with, family, friends, whatever, to give that toast. Joining me right now is Chris Corbell and Katrin Kern. They're experts at giving holiday toasts. They've got a book out called Warm Words for Cold Weather, Make a Toast Holiday Guide. You can find it on our website. Now, listen, you guys, let me ask you this. What about when do you seize the initiative? Katrin, let me ask you this. When do you seize the initiative? You're at a party. You're not the host. Maybe it's close to the New Year's. Is it ever proper just to seize the initiative and go ahead and stand up and give the toast even though your hosts have not done so?
Well, the answer to this is yes and no. This is sort of one of those fine lines that you have to be fairly sensitive about when you're in that moment. If you're at a formal party of any kind, it's important to either clear it with the host beforehand, like, maybe make sure that they've had a chance to speak. Well, absolutely. I don't even mean maybe. I mean, absolutely make sure that they've had a chance to speak before anyone else does. And if you are the first person to speak other than the host, it's very important that your toast be a lot about thanking them for the event. If it's kind of an informal occasion, that's when seizing the moment comes into play, and that's when you really have to have your wits about you. You might, like I said, talk to the host when you get there and ask them, do you mind if I stand up at dinner and make a toast in your honor, or in honor of the holiday? Sometimes there are occasions when there's very obviously an open mic. If there's a karaoke machine at the party, then I would say seizing the moment is really at your discretion. It all depends. You've really got to suss out the situation and feel your way and do what feels right. Follow your gut.
Well, how about this? I've given lots of speeches and talks and toasts over many years, so I often use quotes. Of course, you got to be secure and pick your right quote and have a comfort level there. But how about using quotes, quoting some special person or event, and using a quote from someone else in the toast that you make? How about using something like that? How effective can that be?
When you're going to give a quote, the first thing you should always do before you say it in public is make sure that you're pronouncing all the words correctly. Because there's nothing that's going to make you look sillier than to quote somebody and get it wrong. So check your source. Check two sources to make sure it's the correct translation. If it uses words you don't know, say they're in a foreign language, or words that you don't use, again, ask a friend, or you can even go online and you can look up on any dictionary now, and they will actually pronounce the word for you. Clarity of the expression is key. What would you say, Katrin?
Yes, and I think that borrowing words of someone else when you feel like you can't necessarily come up with the right ones for yourself in the moment is an excellent solution. I really believe that it's so important to find something that you can honestly relate back to your group that you're toasting or, the moment that you're toasting. It's important to be able to bring it back and relate it to your personal celebration.
You think someone should read that from a note card, Katrin, or memorize it?
That's another moment that's totally discretionary. I find personally, I would rather see a person animated and alive and confident and reading from a note card than see somebody who is nervously trying to memorize. I can obviously see that they've memorized it and they're trying to remember as they speak, but that's just my personal taste.
And a couple drinks in, that might be a lot harder to pull off.
Yeah, I think having something to prompt yourself with is always better than not, especially if you plan to get festive.
Good point. Chris, now, you got some kind of a theory about each finger on your hand represents one of 5 steps to give a good holiday toast. Talk me through that. Tell me what my thumb and fingers mean in terms of making it easy to give a toast.
This is our great gift to all of your listeners right now. We're going to show you the secret to the Bon Vivant toast. So what I'm going to do right now is, Katrin, you're going to guide me through this steps, and then we're going to do it really quickly, and then everyone in the audience who has a free hand, just follow along.
Absolutely. So be careful if you're driving right now. You don't want to use the free hand. Keep both hands on the wheel. But okay.
Or take a break. Take a break from all your texting going on. Everybody texts all the time now.
Exactly, precisely. So we call this the Bon Vivant Secret, and this is our adaptation of the Bon Vivant Secret for New Year's Eve right now, or any winter holiday toast, honestly. And this is, we say that you can impress friends, family, and attractive strangers with your eloquence. This is a very simple technique that's already in your hand because it is your hand. So I'm going to guide Chris through each finger of the hand, and each one represents a point. So we're going to start with the pinky, and that is going to be the opening. So, Chris, what are you making a toast to today?
I am making a toast to Jim Brown, the wonderful show that I am a guest on.
Fabulous. So what's going to be your opening?
That will be my opening.
All right. And then you're moving on to the ring finger, which will be the theme.
Well, one of the great themes of New Year's is looking back with gratitude, so I'm going to look back with gratitude.
Okay, and now we're on to the middle finger, which is going to be your humorous observation.
This would be the earliest time that anyone could possibly give a toast.
I see, very good. And then your index finger, which is going to be your heartfelt observation.
This is the hope. This is me, the joy of sharing our knowledge with everyone so they can make toasts.
And then on to the thumb, which is the wish or hope for the new year.
Looking forward, hope for New Year. So shall I run through it now?
Yeah, so Chris is now going to go through all 5 fingers in sequence, and he might use his fingers to prompt himself sort of in a surreptitious way, but maybe people couldn't see if he was doing this in front of you. But it sounds like this when you go through the entire thing. So Chris...
Got about a minute, folks, minute and a half, so go ahead, let's hear it.
I am Chris Corbell, a guest on Jim Brown's show. Being here is the culmination of what has been a wonderful year, even though it is really too early for anyone to raise a glass of champagne. I certainly hope maybe you could raise a mug of coffee or a cup of tea. I am so glad that you are all going to learn how to give wonderful toasts this holiday season, and I hope for you, Jim, your listeners, and everyone who can hear us, a healthy and safe New Year. Cheers.
Cheers.
Can't argue with that. Did a good job. Hey, you guys are great. I'm glad to have you on. Now you can get that ebook. Give us a website if people want to go to look over what you guys are doing and also to get your ebook.
The name of our website is Make a Toast, make-a-toast.com, and you can find the book simply on Amazon. It's called Warm Words for Cold Weather, the Make a Toast Holiday Guide. You can just Google that. Warm Words for Cold Weather.
Couldn't be more easier. Listen, thanks you guys for helping us get through the toast for tomorrow. Happy New Year to you. We'll hope to have you back on the show after the first of the year. Take care and glad to have you with us.
It's been a pleasure.
It's been a pleasure.
Happy holidays.